They don't have any equipment.
Okay, let's get started. It's our first voting session for the year, even though we've already voted one of Senator Roosevelt's bills right out.
Thank you.
Yes. We're going to be done by noon. It's going to be half an hour. All right, 36.
Senate Bill 36 expands the authorized uses of the 911 trust fund. Currently, there's a prohibition on any 911 trust money being used for any purpose for 988. Under the bill, it would authorize their money to be used for joint operations to provide efficiencies for both programs.
Is there a motion?
Move favorable.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, Senator Bailey, you can do that one. 77. This is an interesting one. Unusual.
Yeah, I haven't seen one like this either. Okay, so this is a bill that, simply put, prohibits municipalities and counties, any local governments to use any public funds to provide funding, payments, dues, membership dues, training, anything, to the Constitutional Sheriffs and Peace Officers Association.
Second.
Okay, so let's have a little discussion about this. Does there anybody have any thoughts on this? It is an unusual thing that we're doing. I just want to take a moment before we vote on this. Yes.
Is this, even the sponsor, I don't have anything against the bill in principle, even the sponsor flag that this might be the first time that we're actually naming something within Maryland code, like an actual organization?
So I think you're right about the actual organization. I was looking at the code for other provisions that do this, and I wrote it on my folder. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, there's certainly other provisions about making using state funds for certain things. I didn't find any that named an entity.
Senator Corman?
Is there, kind of following up a little bit on that, and Senator Baltimore County's not here, but I know he mentioned during the hearing, is there a way to, I think everyone agrees with what was presented is we don't want funds going to that, but is there a way to encompass like others that we may not be thinking about that may be the same thing, so that like we're not coming back maybe year after year of like, all right, now we got out of this group or that group, or I don't know how to do that, but is there a way to somehow capture that same kind of cohort without specifying, or I don't know.
I too was thinking about that. I
Yeah.
also don't know how to make it crystal clear,
Right.
you know, for a government to be able to choose yes or no.
Right.
Senator?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And also, do we know that this name is their name? Is it registered somewhere? Is it something that they could just reconstitute under some kind of other name? And
Good
are we really
questions. I don't
getting
know.
at the issue here? I mean, it's following up on what Senator Quarterman was saying.
We can check on that. I know we have a motion, but if my sense is that I wanted to bring this up to talk more than anything else. I think it's interesting. It's different. I obviously completely agree with the sentiment of it. We just want to make sure that we get it done as best as we possibly can. So if we can hold this for a moment, that would be great. Yeah. Yes.
The impression that this bill, this group, it would only pertain to the group if they were receiving federal or state funds or grants that.
Yeah, so it prohibits, so local governments obviously get funds from the state, from many places, and it's just telling the local governments, you can't then use that money to pay this group, be it for membership dues, any sort of consultant, you just can't pass it on to
Right.
this entity.
Right.
Okay. Senator Jackson?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I will agree on the whole. It's a huge issue, and I think it was said a couple of times. I mean, how many organizations that are out here that do that? There are a lot of them. What's rare is that you You know, they typically make up a name, but great job of nailing down an organization. I don't know if it meets, if it's going to get us where we want to go yet, though. So I agree with the whole.
All right, well, let's just hold it. Everybody's okay with that, and we'll do a little more research and take it from there. Okay. 86.
You have a reprint on your desk with the amendments for Senate Bill 86. This bill requires a mobile sports wagering licensee to prominently publish on the homepage of its online wagering website and mobile applications a statement with a link to the Maryland Center of Excellence on Problem Gambling. The amendments are technical.
Okay, how do folks feel about this? Any thoughts on this? Senator Zucker.
The amendment, I guess this is the amendment that was requested by the Maryland Lottery and Gaming.
Yes, it is.
Mr. Chairman, this bill is pretty common sense, I think. It basically is allowing people to access the problem gaming online instead of having a call. I would move the amendment.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Oh,
Is it necessary?
well, it's update to technology, I guess, is the, yeah, I mean, that's how we're viewing it.
Not my bill, but yeah, that's basically what it is. It just allows another avenue for people to access problem gaming information.
Okay.
And it looks like, as amended, there's no opposition.
Okay.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, Senator Zucker. 105.
Okay, Senate Bill 105 is a bill that you've had for several years. This deals with setting up a no-interest loan program for nonprofits to receive some money and use it to install green sources of energy, be it thermal or solar. So the bill is the same. It is not a mandate. It does encourage $5 million for it. What the bill does this year that's different is it allows money from the SEEF, the Strategic Energy Investment Fund, to be used for this program. Let's see. You know, it sets out loan applications, how they can use the loan. There is a 10% match requirement for the nonprofits. And then lastly, it requires in an uncodified section the Maryland Energy Administration to kind of prepare for the program, set up an application process, et cetera, because the program doesn't actually begin until July 1, 2026.
So this is passed, if I'm thinking right, unanimously of the committee and the body
Correct,
last couple of years.
correct. The only
The
difference now.
difference is now the access to SEEF.
Correct.
And again, not a mandate, so it would be potential access to SEEF.
Yep.
Okay, Senator Corman.
The question related to the SEEF, just for general understanding, where does that money come from? How is that funded?
So Reggie. that's
Yeah,
the,
it's largely Reggie.
Reggie?
Regional greenhouse gas.
Greenhouse
Okay.
gas initiative. It's the carbon trade.
Okay. How much money goes into that?
A lot of money. Yeah. I have a breakdown actually.
No,
It's actually going to become a budget discussion as we move forward. But there is a significant amount of money in the program.
okay, thank you.
Okay, is there a motion?
Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Oh,
What?
I forgot a technical amendment.
Oh.
Sorry. I looked at it last night and said, oh, this needs a technical amendment. So you don't have the reprint in front of you. But whenever there's a special fund, we have to specify in code whether the interest earned by that special fund should go back to that special fund or to the general fund. This bill, as drafted, makes one adjustment to have it go back into the special fund. However, Because of the BRFA last year, for a couple of years, the BRFA provision supersedes that. And so basically, to make sure that the interest earned goes into the fund, I also need to add an amendment to the provision from the BRFA last year to allow it to do
Okay,
that.
we're gonna hold that until we get that settled.
Okay.
Okay.
It was last year's BRFA. Okay.
183.
That's also me. That's a departmental bill from SDAT. Sorry, I have a spot on my glasses. It's like.
Take your time.
Okay, so this repeals the requirement for the Departments of Assessments and Taxation to calculate and notify each jurisdiction of its constant yield tax rate. The bill that the chairman mentioned during the bill hearing was 2 years ago, and that was about notification to property owners. This one is the department wanting to not have to do the calculation for the counties. They did say during their testimony, though, that upon request, they would still do this for any jurisdiction.
Okay. Seems pretty administrative friendly, not to cause them to waste time doing something that, for a lot of jurisdictions that don't even ask for it or want it.
And that it doesn't apply either. They testified that no jurisdictions are at this, so it doesn't factor in.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, Nancy. $204.
This is the second departmental bill from SDAT. This one alters a date by which a county and municipal government, so all local governments, has to set their property tax rates for an upcoming year. Current law, the date's at July 1. This bill would move it to June 1.
And the logic was?
The logic was so that there's, hold on, it's in their testimony. Basically, by having it on July 1, so the tax rates have to be calculated, then the amount of homeowners tax credits needs to then be calculated. So just allowing a gap in time to do those calculations and then send that information out as opposed to having it on the same day.
And another sort of administrative to make it easier on getting the information. Senator?
There was some, I know testimony included from MML and Anne Arundel County asking for an amendment to not have June 1st, but like kind of, I guess, split the difference and have like the 15th or the 20th.
Yeah, MML was requesting a deadline of June 15th, and Anne Arundel was requesting a deadline of June 20th.
So we'll make it the 18th? Split the difference.
Yeah, I mean, part of the, at least in their testimony, it was written, I don't think anyone came and testified, was about, you know, as we all know, our local budgets are being put together in May, and it compresses that time. You have elections some years that don't have a new body at the time, and et cetera, so. Seemed reasonable to.
Senator Bailey?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Have we heard from MACO on this? Because
No, only Anne Arundel County is the only county entity. Mako, nope, nothing from Mako. So it was the only testimony was Anne Arundel County and MML.
Okay, let's
just-
ask Miko.
yeah, I was going to say, if we could just ask
that's fine.
them, because I just got some.
No problem. That's it.
Ahead of schedule,
3 and 3.
under budget.
3 pass, 3 holds. All right, we got a little bit of work to do on this. All good. It's a good warm up. And there he is. So good warm up for our first voting session. We have hearings tomorrow at 10:30, and then after that, the procurement subcommittee will meet for the first time, and then we have that DD briefing on Thursday morning at around 10:30-ish. So,
Budget hearings start Friday.
What's that? Oh, and budget. Yeah, the subcommittees start on Friday. All the three subcommittees will be starting on Friday, all at the same time, right after session?
Correct.
Okay, so that's the rest of the week. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you. Tomorrow? Tomorrow's 10:30.
So right after pro forma session on Friday.